coming too.
Yeah, that's welcome to full disclosure. Right back at you. You know what I'm saying? I'm Derek Lamont Williams the first, riding with Big Dick Dashley, Barbara Rich Green, and the little lady of the house, Lisa Burnett.
Hey.
What's up, y'all? We back at you again. Look how we jumping on already.
What's up with you, Pat?
How we doing today? How we doing, people? How we doing?
Hey, man, I'm wonderful, man. I'm wonderful. Another week in the books.
Oh yeah. I wanted to start off by we had 660 views.
Well, when I checked, it was like 650.
Yeah,
we had over 650 views last week, and I just want to personally, we want to thank everybody who participated, everybody who clicked on and clicked back off, everybody who gave comments, everybody who shared. We really want to thank y'all. We really trying to do something. You know what I'm saying? This is important, and it's not because of it's us. It's y'all too. You know what I mean? We got a voice, and we want to put it out there, and it's about all of us.
That's right.
So everybody to keep supporting. You know what I'm saying? Big Dick, because you give them that call in number. Everybody who clicked on and clicked out.
And that's all right. Double up on them.
Yeah.
Hey, man, if y'all want to call in, voice your opinion, it's 216-236-5032.
Yes, and we love your comments, man. I think I'm speaking for everybody. We love to have guests. We try to get guests on here. We love, to get people to come on here and talk to us and,
Come spit that real.
Yeah. You know what I mean? We about, y'all want to fuck around with that, that reality TV bullshit. This ain't the place for you. You want to talk about Carrie being Nicki Minaj fighting and all that shit. This ain't where that's going down. We trying to make a little movement or something. You know what I mean? So we really appreciate all the support. We trying to get over 1,000 this week, y'all. Can we get over 1,000 views?
Johnny Jones Jr., what's up?
Yeah, we shout out everybody, man. We try to read every comment.
What's up, Cedric?
Yeah, shout everybody out. What's up, y'all? We get it in.
Jewel in the house. Hey, we get it in this week.
So I guess we can jump right into it, man. What I wanted to talk about is I wanted to get into this whole Dallas, this shooting in Dallas, where the woman supposedly mistaking her apartment. And to get this, she goes to the wrong apartment by accident, right? And kills a man. Boheme, let me get the brother's name. Was it Boheme Jean? Is that how you say it?
I don't want to butcher
it, but yeah. I think it's Boheme Jean. Now, let's just call bullshit right away. You know what I mean? And let me read this right here. This is the article, right? Let's see how much bullshit this is. Okay, the arrest affidavit for the off-duty Dallas police officer accused of killing both of them. I hope I'm saying his name right. Jean contradicts a search warrant for his apartment, but police say evidence found at the scene confirmed that Jean was shot from across the room. Now, Amber Geiger, this is the bitch. She's charged with manslaughter and a fatal shooting. She told police she mistook Jean's apartment for her own and opened fire because she believed Jean was the intruder. Now, let me stop right there. Now, if anybody who's lived in an apartment complex,
say that.
I've lived, you can go to the wrong door, especially if you just move there.
Yeah.
And it's not even, and that can happen. You can go to the wrong door and whatnot. So, okay, I'll give you, even though she was on the third floor, she lived on the third floor, he was on the fourth. Okay. I believe a little more if they was on the, not gonna say I believe a little more, but I would give her a little more if they were on the same floor. Yeah. You know what I mean? But she on the third, he on the fourth. Anyway, I digress. Now, the affidavit says the office, she Geiger told the officer she took her, they had one of these unique key doors with the electronic chip into the key door. The door, which was slightly ajar prior to Geiger's arrival, fully opened under the force of the key insertion. Let me stop again right here. If you've ever lived in an apartment complex.
If you ever lived anywhere with a door.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You ever had a door.
Exactly. Okay, one thing, all right, so you go to the door. Just say For one, if you live in an apartment complex, you're not going to keep your open. Because just for shit like that does happen. Because it'd be guests. It'd be like people who friends come over. They do this shit all the time. Like, I live on the floor at somebody else's apartment.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, I think people are missing is if you go to your door and you try to open the door and the door is already open, what's the first thing you do? You look at the number.
Yeah.
Why would my door be open? So
I know.
the first, I'm going. There's no fucking way in the world you just gonna walk in. As soon as you saw the door open, I look up, it's like, oh shit, this is 206. I stand 306.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not going to continue to walk in, so that's bullshit right there.
I mean, you do it at hotels. If you're ever at a hotel, every now and then you forget what floor you on. You walk in, and you're like, oh no. So yeah, I agree with you. Go ahead, look.
Make no sense. These houses around here look same. And when I first moved over here in this neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? You were likely to go and walk up on my neighbor's door thinking that it's my house. But when you walk up on the door, you get ready to open the door, you look like, oh shit, this ain't my porch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, what, she on some type of drugs?
But well, they said she worked a long shift. She worked a double. I've done that before. I've been tired. Now, it also says the door. It says that the door being open alerted Jean to Geiger's presence. So the brothers at home chilling. You know what I mean? Somebody comes and this is her son. So it says she described the apartment as being dark, and she thought she had encountered a burglar. Which was described. I mean, which was described as a large silhouette across the room in her apartment. So now again, she then went into this man's apartment. It was dark. She sees somebody in there. At what point I could see if it was your house. I mean, as soon as you went and saw that the door was open, you should have known that this was not your apartment. You should have looked at the number above the goddamn door. Mm-hmm. So we all know 15-yard penalty excessive bullshit on this. You know what I mean? Throw the flag on this one. Okay, now let's go on. An off-duty police officer who was wearing a full Dallas uniform was attempting to enter an apartment under 1478 with a set of keys. It says unknown male inside the apartment confronted the officer at the door. The neighbor stated he heard exchange of words. See, this is the other account.
Yeah.
Because neighbors have reported they heard her banging on the door.
The six people who said they've heard her banging on the door. Let me in.
And then if you see the video, where the one lady shows where the door, they got one of them hotel doors where if you open it, it's going to close. If you keep that hotel, you got to put that little thing at the hotel or it's going to close. And I don't know if you saw the video, the lady was showing you can't leave the doors ajar. She's trying to, and one of them heavy doors, as soon as you pull it, it just clicks. It falls open. So
you got regular people blowing her story.
Yeah, and it was a white girl. It was a white woman. Give her a shout out because she was like, bullshit. People can call bullshit bullshit. You know what I mean? It's like some of these comments, man, trying to somehow justify. Look, we see these cop shooters all the time, and almost like commonplace. This is the weirdest shit to this day. I think I saw it all, but this one right here.
That puts the icing on the cake.
I mean, the icing and the candles.
You know what? Patrick Bubba Boy Cole, he had posted something about this. Now, once again, like you said, it was 5 to 6 people who said they heard her yelling and banging on the door the whole nine. So that debunks the story that she's given. She wasn't arrested until 3 days later. So if they checked her system for drugs, alcohol, that could have been cleared out.
Well, they did a toxicology report.
Okay, but 3 days later. Right. I'm saying 72 hours later. 72 hours later,
right,
exactly. Whatever to flush out. Unless you use it all the time, then it'll probably be in there.
And then they issue a search warrant for his apartment. Let me say this again. They enter a search warrant for his apartment,
a victim,
but not hers.
For a victim.
Now, I didn't see any search warrant for me. If they did, I'm lying. I'm lying, but they issued a search warrant, and then now they found marijuana in his apartment.
But they say like 10 grams, right?
I mean, I don't give a fuck if it was 23 pounds. This bitch was a civilian, just like me. She was off work. There was no official capacity for her to be there. And she goes into his apartment and yells commands, and he doesn't listen.
Who gonna listen to command somebody running in their house?
Bitch, you come in my house and start yelling some commands.
In the middle of the night. What time? Did they ever mention what time it was?
I don't remember what time it was.
I believe it was after midnight.
So you come into my house late as hell, yelling commands at me.
Issuing commands.
You ain't paying no bills in this motherfucker. I don't know you.
I mean, what kind of commands did she issue? I mean, what are you saying? Freeze? You know what I mean? Like, what is you?
Hands up.
What are you like, bitch? You're not a cop right now.
You're
not a
you're
police
off
officer.
duty.
You're off duty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it's just mind boggling. So they issue arrest. When did they arrest her? Or they
Well, they did take her in for questioning.
yeah.
They took a picture.
Well, she's still sleeping. I think from what I seen, she moved out. I don't know if that was a lot of news is fake, or whatever. But they had actually showing her like moving her shit out the apartment.
Yeah, I believe she moved out. But what about the part where they were saying that she had slept with the guy? Her and the guy had been a couple prior
Well,
to
see,
this.
some of that was fake.
Some of that was fake news.
I ran into something. I was told I shared it. I shared it, and I was told that was fake news.
It was fake, man. I can't
but I was.
Y'all stop
for,
sending fake stories out, man.
I was waiting for something to come out other because when I first heard it, I thought the bitch was drunk. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't seen her toxicology report yet, but we know he had marijuana in his apartment. We know. See, they do this shit time and time again. Now, but this is right in y'all's face. I mean, it's in y'all. It's in our face. They sit there and they making this dude the victim. They making this dude the murderer. And they cheerleading this shit like I don't get. Man, this one right here is I don't know. Please tell me what y'all think about it.
Well, you know what, Patrick Boy Cole, this week I saw a post on his page, and it was talking about it was D.L. Hughley. He was talking about how they are starting to try to throw dirt on him, almost like what they did that young lady on the BART system. Wasn't her name Nia Wilson, right?
Right. It's automatic.
Yeah.
It's automatic reflex of America to demonize us. If it's a black face, it's like an automatic reflex. It's like it's automatically that like boom, they just snap in there.
Yahobik Love said she knew where she was and who she was shooting.
Of course she did, and I've seen reports where she has filed complaints about him for loud music in the past.
Really?
Yeah. She have it's slowly coming out. This happened last week, and I kind of wanted to get on it, but I was waiting till we kind of knew more.
Settled, yeah.
But we one thing we do know that it's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, ain't no lie about that. Denying, ain't no confusion. It's all bullshit.
Okay, that's TC. That's TC that said that, and TC is a police officer, so I will give a lot of what he's saying some weight as far as it relates to that.
What was it?
She knew where she was and who she was shooting.
I mean, it don't take a rocket science. I mean, come on. I mean, there's a lot of gray areas in some of these acts and some of these shootings, and there's some understanding when you're on duty as a police officer that shit can happen. You know what I mean? We don't just hop on, police just to do it. You know what I'm saying? The shit is what it is. You know what I mean? But this one right here, if you defending this one from the gate, we know where you stand.
You say that.
You know what I mean? If you defending this one, we know where you.
Well, you defending this with your MAGA hat
exactly.
and your New Balance on. we know what's up. No, but what Patrick was what he had shared was DL was like didn't Nia Wilson who got her throat slashed by the white supremacists in Oakland. They immediately start showing pictures of her with that phone case to her head, which was shaped like a gun, but it was a plastic thing.
Immediately.
Then you go back to like Travon Martin. They talk about how he got suspended from school. They what they do is they try to villainize you, pull up any little thing they can about you as soon as they can in order to make you look like you are the person who's doing that. We got a caller coming in. Hello, caller. Big T. What's up, Teresa?
What's up?
What's going on?
Hey, everybody.
Hey. We talk about the shooting that took place in Dallas where this off-duty cop killed this black man in his own house. We want to know your opinion on that. The fact that they're trying to make him look like he deserved that in some sort of way.
Where you go? She there? Is she gone?
Teresa?
Teresa, you there?
Oh, we lost the caller.
I think we lost.
All right, hey, that's okay. Hey, Patrick Bubba Boy Cole said, when they kill us twice. One in the physical and the assassination of our character.
It's an automatic reflex.
It's
like it's automatic reflex, man. It's that white privilege, black fear. You know what I mean? That kicks in like.
Hey, and you can't help but see it because if it's somebody else, they show all these angelic pictures of them, wedding pictures and high school yearbook
people
pictures.
That are the one that pulled the trigger.
Yeah, and then when it's us, they show the one time you got arrested for driving under the influence, or you ran a red light and they got you. All right, Teresa, you back on. Your phone dropped.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I got that reception.
Hey,
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you perfectly. What's your thoughts on this situation in Dallas?
That's bullshit. Okay, why is it that we get the report that he had weed and they still haven't given us a report on what was in person?
Tell us. Say that.
It wasn't nothing. Okay, let's get a report that our system was clean. Why can't get a report that our system was clean, but we need to get a report that he had something in his house? That's first and foremost. I don't give a shit like Derek said. What he had. It don't matter.
Why are y'all searching my crib anyway? What are y'all searching this man's house for? Go ahead, Teresa.
You need to tell me when you first came to his house, everything in your house and his house is identical. I don't care if it was in the dark. You got a night light, you got something. It's something in your house that's different from his. You mean to tell me it's identical?
I'm pretty sure that the house was definitely different.
How about the room? How about the apartment number on top of the door?
That's a start.
You can't. I lived in an
Let's
apartment.
start with that part.
Yeah, if you live in an apartment and the door is open, the first thing you're gonna do is look and see what number it is. I don't care, man.
But she can't count. She don't know how many floors she went out.
But they say she parked on the third. She parked on the fourth floor instead of the third floor. I think the bitch had this planned out. She knew she wanted to kill this dude because whatever reason, and you see they showed her mom with the All Lives Matter shirt, and now posts start coming up, not by the media though, but people are digging in her Twitters and shit, and they're reposting shit she said about Colin Kaepernick. She posted a meme about Colin Kaepernick, something about the troops or whatever. So we already know what she about.
Well, Teresa, what you think gonna be the outcome of this? Do you think they're gonna throw more dirt on this man's name? Or will we start hearing some stuff about the officer?
Of course, they're going to do it. Whoever her lawyer is or whoever her representative is, they're going to do whatever it takes to try to clear her. Now, that's better shoes. Like red or purse. They're going to dig up whatever they can on him to make him look bad.
Mm-hmm.
But when you was reading Derek, now first they said that the door was ajar, but then did you say that she was banging on the door?
Well,
and open the door. Now which was it? Was it open or was it shut and she was banging it?
Her account in the affidavit, I had to go back. She said that the door was ajar and she walked in. He was across the room. This is what she said. Now witnesses accounts are saying they heard her banging on the door.
Yep.
And they heard her say, you know what I'm saying, open the door.
5 witnesses.
They heard some arguing and then they heard the shot. So that was, but what she's saying is the door was open and she just walked in.
Okay, so my next question is, does this building have cameras? Because I live in the hood and my apartment building got cameras in it. Does this building have cameras?
Probably in the hallway, I'm assuming. I've seen some footage, but it wasn't from the hotel cameras. It was from somebody filming it. They showed the ambulance taking the guy out. But I don't know about the hotel.
This was not an apartment.
Apartment? No, it was my bag. It was an apartment. It was an apartment building complex.
Well, Big T, I appreciate your input. We're going to keep a close eye on this story. I believe by us talking about these type things, it's not going to solve it, but it lets them know that wool has been pulled off our eyes. You can't pull a veil of secrecy on everything and give us BS and make us eat it.
Right.
We tired of eating the BS, y'all. We ain't our grandparents. I'm serious. We tired of y'all hypocrisy. Y'all throw rocks and then y'all always hide your hand behind your back. We tired of that shit. You know, and then what's going to end up
That's why,
happening? Go ahead.
When you say it was footage, what footage was shown?
Was it cell phone footage or
Yeah,
something like that?
it was some cell phone. It was some cell phone footage with them taking him out, and there was some video. I mean, some audio too. That we was hearing some fussing and you hear the shot a little bit, you know. But somebody was like it looked like it was from a down angle. They were showing him, then wielding him out on the stretcher, body covered up.
Was he working on him?
No, he was done.
No, he was dead at the scene. Well, Teresa, thank you for your call. I love you, and I appreciate your opinion.
Let me say this at the end of the day. I'm going to go ahead and hang up. At the end of the day,
Yes, ma'am.
if those clothes were switched, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Oh, man, come on.
You and me, we would already be we would be guilty, locked down. It'd be over with for us.
It'd be over with.
Yeah, stay tuned for this because I'm gonna read something that TC just brought up. It's a situation that's very similar. Not that they were getting off. So stay in tune. We got some more callers calling in. Thank you, Big T.
Okay, love y'all.
Love you too.
Love you.
I love you too, Teresa.
Caller, you on live with full disclosure. Who's calling?
Hey, what's up, this TC, cuz?
What's going on, TC? I can read your comment. Hey, before you comment, TC, let me read.
What's going on, Derek? How y'all doing?
What's
We
up,
good,
man?
bro.
Hello.
Thank you for the call. Thank you for the love. Let me read your comment that's
Hello,
on
how you
here.
doing, Queen?
He said, "How you doing, Queen?"
How you doing?
She said, "Okay, all right, TC. Here's what TC had to say, and then I'm gonna let you comment on what you wrote, TC. For one, let me say what's up, Mauricio. Mauricio said that's what they do every time. They kill us and criminalize us. Now, here's what TC was saying, and hopefully, TC, I'm gonna let you expand on this. He said she was charged with manslaughter, but look at what happened to the black cop who shot the white woman. This was in Minneapolis. Police officer who fatally shot an Australian woman last summer has been charged with murder and manslaughter in the shooting, which caused international outrage and forced out the city's veteran police chief. Google it. It was an honest mistake, and he was on duty. Now, TC, if I remember correctly, I'm gonna add this in. The first thing they posted about this man was that he was a Muslim American. That's the first thing they posted.
That's the first thing they did.
That's the first thing they posted.
If it's a black cop that shoot a white person, they gon' character assassinate the black cop.
Yes,
But when
yeah.
it's a white cop that shoot a black person, they character assassinate the black subject or suspect.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. The first thing they said they brought was his religion.
Yeah.
That was the first thing they brought up.
I remember.
And when you look at the story, from my understanding, they went on a call. The lady came up from behind and hit the car or something, and he shot because he thought she had shot at him, which could be an honest mistake.
Correct.
But this one, okay, I understand how, like when I go to the hospital, you know how they got the way the garages are set, you could be on the certain floor, but you run the car from the fourth floor. I get that. But if you go to an apartment, the first thing you're going to do is stick your key in the door.
That's what we've been saying.
The apartment number.
Exactly.
And there's certain things that you're going to look at that's going to remind you that this is your apartment. Whether you got a sign on the door or your neighbor next door, you got some kind of crazy stuff. You know, y'all tell me it's like, I saw somebody post something that was really good. They were saying that she said she was on the right floor of the park, but she didn't know she was on the wrong floor of her apartment. That she was kind of blind here, kind of blind there. She didn't know what she was doing. But ironically, she knew how to call her lawyer when she had that shooting while they were on film.
Yeah, she knew that, didn't she?
Everything is clear.
I saw
and
that
then they
too.
show pictures of her and him hugged up with two other white women, so you knew who he was. Now I know how true it is, but they said that some people said they heard her banging on the door saying, "Open up."
Yeah, they said 5 people there. Now, TC, they saying that picture is a fabrication. Like somebody might have photoshopped that. So be careful with that. Now, hey, for everybody watching this show, this is TC. How long have you been a police officer?
Even if that's Photoshop, you're going to see somebody that lives in your building. Even if it's coming or going, you will still see somebody that you're going to have a chance of seeing somebody in your building.
But
Well, especially if you're a trained police officer.
But I be like, I see him once in a while.
Yeah.
And TC, there's reports that have come out that she's filed complaints on him for loud music.
Yeah.
So she knew who he was.
It's a history there.
Yeah.
It's definitely history. Hey, TC, how long have you been a police officer?
21 years.
21 years. What do you think the outcome of this situation is going to be? I mean, and this could just be your opinion.
I think it's going to be, they saying manslaughter. What it is first of all, what they're doing is crazy. They're hitting her with the lesser charge But usually when they want you, they put the highest charge so you can plead to the lowest charge. So y'all going with the lowest charge so that if you can't prove manslaughter usually consists of negligence. I'll give you an example. If you shot somebody, you're looking at murder. But if you ran somebody over, you're probably looking at 5 years compared to shooting somebody. I think they hit her with a lesser charge because, first of all, it's a lesser charge because, let's just be real, black men, when the blacks were allowed to become police officers, which has not even been 100 years, they were told not to arrest any white. You cannot arrest any white people. You're just to walk around and be seen. It wasn't until the 60s that black officers really started coming into the fold, and even then, it was more of a you here for an image, but you're not here to do anything. So now that you got law enforcement, you got to remember something. And I tell people this, and I say this with no shame. Laws were never written for us. They were written against us. They were to keep the slaves intact, to make sure we didn't do nothing we had no business. That's what people would celebrate the 4th of July. I don't understand it. You weren't free on the 4th of July. The laws were never written for us. They're written to keep us in check. So here's somebody that violated the law, that's a smart police officer, and y'all going up for statements and everything. And the thing about it is, we got to be careful when we comment because we don't know the full investigation.
That's right.
We don't know what all documents they have and everything else. But one thing I will say this is, I personally think they might get her with manslaughter. She might get probation. Now, don't get mad if she get probation.
Well, no, we gonna get mad. That's just natural.
They're setting the groundwork for it now. That's why they got the search warrant on his apartment. That's
right.
Why they're setting the groundwork for it now, so they can try to do and give her probation. That's what they're trying. They're setting the groundwork now. Here's the thing, y'all say he had marijuana, but y'all didn't mention that he was a Christian teacher.
Yeah,
y'all won't emphasize on that this man was just because he had weed, tell me he didn't love God, but there was nothing. Y'all couldn't find no criminal record. So what y'all do?
Yeah, he has nothing.
On the day after the day during his funeral, y'all gonna put out what y'all found in his apartment. Number one, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you why that was fixed. When Anthony Sowell's house got raided, they did not put none of the evidence on TV because the judge had a right to put a gag order on that. They could have put a gag order on that until they were done investigating. To let that come out now, that was done purposely and maliciously. They could have put a gag order on that, which means it would have been put on the record after the investigation and after the case. They didn't have to put that stuff out. That's a well-known thing. That was a legal trick to put his name out there to say, well, he had marijuana. So now what happens is, and I say this all the time, let somebody else come in. Whenever and people got mad when I said this, I said, black men need to know how to encounter the law. What happens is, we wear body cameras now. The first thing they look for is non-compliance. When he told you to do something, you didn't do it. First, you fall in that. Then when the officer grabs your hand, you want to pull away. Now you're not only not compliant, you're becoming non-compliant aggressive. Then when you're trying to rescue something with them, the next thing comes, he made a sudden move. I thought I was gonna die. I thought I was gonna die. Bam, he did. When I tell black men this, and black people this, they get mad. The first thing you need to do is comply. I'll say this. If you guys remember the movie Con Air, do anybody remember Con Air?
Yeah. Well, Nicolas Cage.
Okay. All right. It was a real good part on there. People need to learn from this. Nicolas Cage went down at the bottom of the plane with another guy. They got in the tussle. Nicolas Cage killed him, wrote something on his body, and threw him out the plane. When Nicolas Cage came up, Bing Rain said 2 went down, 1 came back up. Nicolas Cage calls Ring Reigns. I thought you were supposed to be all pro-black beings. Why you listen to this white man who tell you what to do? And Nicolas Cage said, there's more of them than it is of me. He said, and I'll be a good house nigga to the plain land. We need to learn how to play a house nigga until you can fight in the court. You can't fight it from a casket and a t-shirt. So when you run into an officer, you need to comply. I ain't saying, see, when I say that, people say, you're a coon, you're a house nigga. I'm telling you to comply, or you're more than likely going to die.
Yeah,
and you can still comply.
You can
comply. So yeah,
you can still comply and die. But I do understand your point.
I'm saying we already know that. We know you can comply and die. But I'm saying when you comply, it's a less likely chance of you dying.
I got you. Hey, you know what? Anybody listening, I would take that advice. I would heed that advice. That's coming from somebody 21 years in law enforcement. He sees both sides. You know, it's black and blue. I know sometimes it's got to be hard for you to see some of this, but you know what?
Because you know I worked down at the jail. The hardest thing was in the morning when at 5 o'clock in the morning we were getting them up to get dressed, and I had to put these brothers in shackles and march them down from the 6th floor to the 3rd floor and take them to court. And I'm reading all these charges that's against them. It almost quit because it reminded me of slavery. They were shackled together and we marched them down.
Well, you know what? We always talk about good cops, man. Just stay a good cop, cause love yourself, love your people. You be safe out there. We appreciate what you've been doing. And if we could get more cops like you who speak up against this type of stuff, and if you see it happening, you correct that, you're doing more than enough. But we need more cops like you.
A lot of black cops, I'm out on this note, cuz I promise you, I love y'all. Listen, the reason why a lot of black cops won't speak up is because this is their retirement, their job, how they take care of their family, and just like they assassinated this guy's character, they were blackballed in the law enforcement community. You can lie, ask somebody that's been blackballed and ask them what happened.
That's crazy.
All right, love y'all.
Love you too.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you for your commentary, cousin. Love you.
Real quick, I want to let you comment, Lisa. I want to say something
I'm
about
read some of these comments.
I want real quick what he said. Look, and not don't and motherfuckers talking about, what I'm saying, when shit is done in the neighborhood and people don't talk and people don't speak up. You know what I mean?
Just get stitches.
Not even snip, you see these people dying in the neighborhood. And you're like, well, people need to, and you hear, but you see, and the thing with law enforcement, though,
they do
y'all do the same shit.
The blue wall.
Yeah.
The blue wall. So don't sit here and talk, as a cop, you can't sit there and say, okay, we would be able to get these guys if somebody would talk and give them up. But you don't give your people up. You know what I mean? So you can't look at the community
and say, you do something weird
because Johnny got killed. And I might have an idea that Luann's son did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit, I don't want to give up Luann's son. You know what I mean? Even though I know it was wrong. So, but you got to give him up.
Can't be both ways.
But it can't be both ways. You
Can't
know
be
what I
both ways. Hey, Lisa, before you get in your comment, keep your thought. Let me go ahead and read some of this. That was TC. Patrick said, unlawful search of a murder victim's home is what they're going to be charged with, and conspiracy to cover up a murder. Mauricio Wilson said, the colonizer caught feelings and couldn't wait to get to raise hell. A resident said they heard her yelling, open up. A lot of people are saying that it's coming out.
Because she did.
So then we had a bunch of people joining. What's up, James? Breaking around the Calhoun. Al Red, the Dread, my cousin. Reese.
James Rankin.
What's up?
What's up with it?
Patrick said, amen to TC. Mauricio Wilson said she's going to get off with a book deal and a TV show. She bet, man, damn.
Right.
Woo! I hope not. Jewel said, hey, y'all. Mauricio said, comply doesn't work. But I hear you. Jewel said, what's up? What's the topic? We talked about the cop that murdered the man in his home. She said she may have had a mistaken room or apartment. And, we just been going back and forth on that. But we're about to hear from Lisa. Lisa, what you got? What's up, Charles Foster?
Y'all keep saying that a resident heard her yelling, open up. But we know that, but is that really going to lean into a factor of her being convicted?
I don't believe so.
I don't believe so
either. I think she's getting off.
They're laying all the groundwork for her.
Exactly.
They're showing us what they're going to do.
We got pictures and videos of other black kids, other black men, black women being killed. And yet and still, we still have yet to find a conviction. I think part of it is that we don't understand the history of the police community, of why it started, how it started. I think maybe if we take the time out to understand the history and learn when it started, why it started, how it started, then I think maybe we'll start having a better understanding of how to deal with the police.
I agree.
Or to keep ourselves a little bit safer, as safe as can be in the situation.
I believe TC dropped a few dimes when he said that. Basically, hey, lower your chances of getting killed. That if somebody out to get you, they're gonna get you. Let's just get that out the way. However, the non-compliance is what he's saying. You letting them, not the fact that you're provoking it, they want to do it. But if you don't give them that, they're not going to do it because they're wearing body cameras. So if they grab your arm, put your arm behind you. Like I tell my son, I could come get you out of jail. I can't come get you out of grave. It's cool. I got you.
I mean, that's all good, and I get that. But for for this case,
It's not
how
the
can
case.
you how can you comply more than being in your own motherfucking house? Chill.
Being in your
I'm about
house.
as compliant as I can be.
And
I got some weed.
I'm watching Saturday Night Live and shit.
I'm about as compliant as I'm gonna be. You know what I'm saying? How can I get even more compliant? I still get shot.
Rest in peace to that brother. Hey, real quick, his pastor came out. He was an assistant pastor at a church. And his pastor came out and said, "Hey, I can no longer be complicit with this." He said, I can't turn a blind eye. The evidence is what the evidence is, and then to see them try to assassinate this character on television, I gotta say something. By the way, his pastor's white. And he said, as the white moderates have to start stepping up and saying, okay, we see this too. Let's stop pretending that we don't see this happening. But it ain't just one side. I'm telling you, you keep letting the cops beat up on black men and kill young black men and women. You think that aggression is just going to stay within black people? This is why you're seeing more and more white people getting hurt by the cops, because they got that aggressive attitude. Who you think they started that aggressiveness on? They started it on us. Then they take it to you. And going back to what Lisa said, knowing the history of the police, if you talk about cops are constables on patrol. That's something that's been around. Mm-hmm. But the police were slave catchers. That whole mentality was built off the slave system. And then the federal jail system didn't come around to after slavery ended. They had to find another way to do it. So then you had the federal slavery system, was just prison. Then you had the NRA pop up. Oh, and then the KKK. It's not a fucking coincidence. All right, y'all, we're going to move into something else. Ebony Alvarez says the system isn't designed for us to come out on top. It's not, Ebony. The system wasn't written for us. The thing is, we got to remember these laws were never written with us in mind. So in order to change that, you have to be the change that you want to see. We have to bring our own people in, our own politicians, change these laws, get things done. And if we can't do that, let's just get this money and change our communities and change the things around us. Because you're not scared of your own dog. If you feed a dog every day, you ain't scared to walk in your own house. So if we hiring these police and we firing these police and we own our community, we ain't scared of it. So let's get to it. Let's buy black. Let's buy our neighborhoods back.
That's what's up.
Thanks
everybody who commented. Thanks for the call. I think just really we can go right. Your topic really rolls right into what we are already talking about. So we're gonna go ahead and
So I was watching this Travon Martin documentary done by Jay-Z.
Shout out to Jay-Z.
Jay-Z been putting it down.
He has. We got Khalif Browder and now this
Khalif
Travon Martin.
Getting Meek Mill out.
Yeah, getting Meek Mill out. And it's kind of like it's the same story, different face. You know, you got this guy, this white guy who really, I mean, they say he Hispanic, but on the real, he can pass as white, and that's exactly what, you know what I'm saying? And he takes his white privilege and he kills this man, this this young boy, and now the media has took it upon themselves to do what they do, is assassinate this young man. And all this young man was doing was walking home from 7-Eleven with some Skittles and the candy, and some candy and iced tea. You know what I'm saying? He was being a kid.
If y'all haven't seen this docuseries, please check it out. It's on I don't remember what channel it is.
It was on BET.
It was on a few of them.
Yeah.
Paramount Network, yeah.
And they really get deep into it.
Jury selection.
Yeah, and the way they had the whole thing play out. They had this man, his father and his mother, you know what I'm saying, begging for justice. And every step of the way the court handled these, the way they did the prosecutors, it was just all crazy. It was just blackball. It was just crazy. It was unbelievable.
You know what made me think, like, when you go back to Ronnie King, right? And when the decision is about to come down and everybody's sitting there, you go from Ronnie King to Travon Martin to all these different, you know what I mean? And everybody's sitting there waiting. And the whole time I'm thinking, damn, he's about to get off. Mm-hmm. I mean, and I'm looking at these people just so hoping that they about to get justice this time. And you can go with episode after episode. As soon as they're like, oh, not guilty or and everybody's just like so surprised and shocked and crying. And it's like, It's like, I've seen this movie before, and we're watching it again.
How can you be surprised?
Now.
How can you be shocked? It's the same story all the time. It's insanity, and we do the same thing over and over, and we are expecting a different results, but we're not getting no different results. We just keep losing black people. We just keep losing black men, black women, and it's sad to me, and it's sickening to me that people are really cheering this man on. This man is still walking around here, living his life, living his best life, and there's no justice. He's sitting there, he's signing freaking packs of Skittles.
I just saw that this week. He signed
What
packs
the
of
fuck
Skittles
is
on
wrong
a
with
Confederate flag.
What the fuck
Really?
is wrong with y'all? What the fuck is wrong with America?
That they would even praise somebody like this. Whether you pro whatever you are, that's a child killer.
Yeah.
You praising a child killer? I mean, just like we said, mind your own business. Nobody hides children. You got to do, he might be selling drugs, he might be doing this, or she might be doing this, she might be doing that. Ain't nobody covering up for no. You kill a child, you do something to a child, you go. And the fact that he's walking around and he's laughing about this.
I mean, and that tells you exactly what it was, because if, just say, let me put myself in that shoes, right? Just say I'm Jordan, and this is what he said happened. And I'm walking along, and this kid, this little rascal, little thug, little nigga come up here, try to jump on me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I end up shooting him, right? To save my own ass, you know what I mean? I had no choice, right? I had to kill this dude. That will haunt me. Even though I knew I had to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no way I'm going to be fucking bragging about that shit and talking about it.
No.
I'll be trying to forget that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll be trying to move on. I would be so hurt and so apologetic to this young boy's parents, even though he was wrong. Look, the motherfucker tried to rob me. What was supposed to do? You know what I mean? And this dude is smiling, talking about this guy's plan, and bragging about it, and it's just like, and that's clear admission that he did it. In these two cases, I think it's similar, really. It's that we both came up with these because neither one of these were police officers. I know the lady in Dallas was a police officer. She was off duty. So she was not. She was a civilian.
He was a civilian.
Yeah, he was a civilian. She was a civilian. Okay, George Zimmerman was a civilian. You know what I mean? These were not the typical, the other, cop bullshit excuses. These were civilians. These, you know what I'm saying? Travon Martin was in the apartment, in the housing complex that he lived in. This man was in his own apartment. And they were murdered by civilians. And it wasn't even arrested. George Zimmerman wasn't even arrested.
It just goes.
How's George Zimmerman still alive?
That's what I'm saying.
That's my question. All these gangsters, all y'all gangsters out here, y'all whatever, and y'all letting George Zimmerman walk around. And it's not me advocating for somebody being killed. I'm just saying, how is it that he's still walking around and giving threats to black men?
People can't even walk down the street and wear a certain color without y'all arguing, y'all killing each other.
I mean, he ain't even got a good ass whooping.
No, exactly.
You got a killer, yeah.
Somebody
catch him in the airport.
Ass whooping. I'd be all right with that.
And the fact, the lack of justice or the lack of these people being charged or having anything happen to them just goes back to show the lack of empathy for the black people, for the black man, for the black woman. It just shows that we are not considered to be citizens. They don't look at us as equals. They don't look at us as being just as good or better or equal to them. And it just goes to show that each and every time we have someone being killed, being shot down by a police officer or a so-called police officer or a civilian, and nothing happens to them, it's just a slap in the face. It's just a spit in the face every single time. And it really, you know what I'm saying? Well, my job is that I have to drive in a very nice neighborhood,
a very white area.
You know what I'm saying?
Very white area.
And it's broad daylight, but I'm like literally scared
nervous
to drive through this neighborhood, and I feel as if, you know what I'm saying, like this sounds silly to say, but I feel as if, I have a vehicle to make me look like I could fit in that neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
And it's crazy that we actually think
like this.
The
one day, me and my cousin was driving through this neighborhood, and he took me to my job.
Yeah.
And we was talking. He had his car, and he has a pretty nice car. And we literally was like, okay, because roll your windows up, because we too black to be in this neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? We was joking, but funny. We were serious about the situation, and we were scared and nervous. And it's crazy that that I have to worry about that, but my friends or my associates who don't look like me don't have to worry about
that. They don't even cross their mind.
And to have a conversation with them, they don't even understand this conversation. They don't even understand what it's like.
You know what? One day I'd love to be able to cuss police out. What's your goddamn badge number? Get your fucking hands. I'll pay your salary. You bastard.
This is bullshit.
What's your name? I'll slap that taste out your fucking mouth. Hey, hold on. Hey, yo, we got comments. Let's get Ebony. Ebony says, if you could check out Strange Fruit, the media is BS. They tell stories to the white man advantage. I do. We know that. They've been painting themselves as the hero. Yeah. You know, what they say, in a hunter story, the hunter is always the hero. If the lion wrote that book, that should be different.
Right.
Patrick Bubba Boy Cole said, did y'all see the post where George Zimmerman was autographing Skittles for people? Yeah, we were just talking about that on Confederate flags. What's up, Brian? Brian said, what's up, y'all?
What's up, man?
Hey.
What's up?
Ebony said that part, but yet we killing each other. And we just touched on that, you know. But see, that's the first thing they want to do. What about black on black crime? Let's not get in that. And I know that's not what you're talking about, Ebony, but we don't need to get in that because they kill each other for insurance. So hey, what's different? Baba, that's what I'm saying. Need to get a sniper on this thing. That's how I drew. I was not advocating to kill George Zimmerman. I just said, why is he still walking around?
We should be whooping his ass. Every time he leave the house, somebody be
that's all I'm saying.
To whoop his ass every single day. That'd be worse than death.
Hey, we're going to send a sign-up sheet around, slap his ass.
Whoop his ass every time he leave the house.
Brian Journey said, Baba, I'm a little OCD, so next time you can straighten and pin down that Black Lives Matter flag. Laugh out loud. I love you, bro. Keep up the word. Keep the word moving. That's right. Hey, we want that thing waving. You know?
We gutter in here.
Yeah, we keep it gully, baby. Mauricio said, did y'all know George Zimmerman is signing Skittle? Mm-hmm. See, man, that is see, people wonder why a person like Colin Kaepernick would take a knee. We don't have justice. You just mentioned this. They want us to be as patriotic. You can't be any more American than a black person who was raised in this country whose ancestors were slaves.
Right.
We built this country for free. You can't be more American than me. Don't act like you're more American than me.
When we don't have the same experience as the patriotic people have.
We have a worse experience.
Right. So why would we be patriotic to something that hasn't been good to us? That makes no fucking sense. So I don't give a fuck how you slice it, how you dice it, how you fucking season it. It makes no fucking sense.
That's right.
And you know what? The point I meant to make, it was an analogy. When I first heard this, to go back to the lady who shot the man in the apartment that thought it was her own, I thought that was like the most American thing that you could have that really happened. When I thought about it, I thought about the Europeans when they came over here in this country. They landed. They killed all the indigenous people, and it was like, oh shit, we thought this was our country. You know what I'm saying? My bad, you know what I'm saying? This is a mistake, but we're gonna stay here anyway.
Yeah.
Since we already here,
we already here. We might as well just stay.
We're gonna let bygones be bygones. Y'all still tripping on that? That we gave y'all smallpox and we made y'all take the Trail of Tears.
Y'all can't never get past this. Y'all can't get to y'all future if y'all keep running past.
Okay, so we imprisoned you for 400 years. We got to hear about this again. We gave you the right to vote 50 years ago. So
by golly, we want to rock our Confederate flag.
Because it goes back to our pride.
I want to give a shout out to that Benjamin Crump, the attorney for Travon Martin's parents, and I've seen he's done a couple. He's been an attorney for a couple of these black cases where black men and women have died, and I think personally, for what I've seen, I think he's a very good, strong black man. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? And he do what he can. I feel he do the best that he can with what he's been given.
Yeah, I feel you. Okay. And what's his name again? Let's say his name again.
Benjamin Crump.
What's up, Benjamin Crump? Shout out to you, brother.
Another thing about watching that documentary, it went all back. It brought a lot of things back to me. You know what I mean? When you watch it, like, because this basically the Black Lives Matter movement came out of the Travon Martin shooting. Like the whole internet, like this was the first time that people used social media platform to really make this thing blow up. When you saw LeBron James and Carmelo Anthony representing, wearing the hoodies, and it was like everywhere, and like everybody knew it was like this whole movement kind of started with the whole Trayvon Martin thing, and it goes back to all the Kaepernick, like it tied it all together. The Colin Kaepernick thing, the Dylan Roof situation where the brother goes, the white boy goes into the
Killed
church
9
and
people in
kills
the
9
church.
people in the church. All these tie-ins to even now where they go to the, they show there's a boom, like there are all these hate groups that are here now that weren't even here before Trump was elected. Like some of them where they didn't even exist.
Yeah.
And now with Trump as president, you got like this explosion of hate groups. Maybe a coincidence? I don't know.
Is it a coincidence? Think not.
I don't know, but they were showing how all this stuff was tied in together, and I believe too with the killing of Nia Wilson and the other woman that was stabbed in her throat. These people were tied to. I know the guy who stabbed Nia Wilson was tied to like hate groups or whatever, and you just notice how deep this thing runs. It's not new. It's always been around. You know what I mean? It's always been around. But I just love how the documentary tied everything in and just, gave it a nice little, you know what I'm saying? Got into George Zimmerman's life, the people around him. This guy, he got arrested. Did he arrest him for stalking? He was stalking the guy who was making the documentary.
He made threats against Jay-Z and Beyonce. And he was just super crazy about it. And
this guy's a real loose cannon.
We ain't saying kill George Zimmerman. We said kick his ass.
He kicked his wife's ass after she went on oath. Went on and lied for him and said whatever she needed to say to get him out. Then he went out and whooped her ass.
He sounds like a winning person. He sounds like he need to be on Trump's team, actually.
And what's crazy is when they was telling about his life, you know what I'm saying? He had black people in his life. He had black friends at one point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was into having diverse friends. And then when he met this woman,
kind of changed it up.
You know what I'm saying? Which for real to me, that just pulled out who he really was.
Yeah.
That's why he suck out that woman in the first place for his persona.
Here's Ebony says, she said, y'all might have talked about this already, but do y'all think that cop will get off? And I think she referring to that cop in Dallas.
Well,
Answer yes.
Yeah, they're laying the groundwork.
They're laying
the groundwork.
She getting off.
You're seeing they lay the groundwork to get her off. They're trying to paint the picture. You know, so
making her look like an angel.
Right. And him look like a weed smoking, weed smoking.
That black devil.
Gangbanger.
He's smoking weed.
So what do y'all think the problem is? Is it the police community? Is it guns? Is it racism? Is it the government? What do you think the
all
problem
of them
is?
the E.
All of the above. Multiple choice. Man, you put a multiple choice out where all the answers are right. No, you know what it is though. It comes down to one thing. It's ignorance. It's ignorance, ambivalence, and privilege. People don't want to give up their place. They want to justify, use Darwinism, eugenics, whatever you want to say to explain that why they're at the top of the food chain. No, you dumb fucks. You set up a system in which it was rigged for you to win. And now that you're not winning all the time, because black women making this country eat as lunch. For one, let's just shout out black women. And then, this ain't no, people want to say, you got to give everybody. No, black women are the highest educated people in the United States right now. It's the number one group in education is black women. Black women is eating these motherfuckers' lunches. They don't know what to do with it. Y'all work harder, y'all smarter than everybody else. So that's why they throw so many roadblocks. And guess what? Mm-hmm. Queen, if we elevate you as black men, we right there with you. Because we need to be protecting y'all. Once we start protecting y'all, this shit will start getting itself. I could care less what somebody think about me. If you hate me, cool. Just let me know, and I won't fuck with you. I won't attend your store. I won't go in your hotel. I won't eat in your restaurant. Fuck you. There's other places I go. I'd rather take my money to someone who's happy to see me. We need to stop and get out this mentality of we need to go to everywhere. Fuck that shit. Let's collectively put our dollars together, make it circulate in our community. It doesn't matter what somebody feels about me, but it does matter what they do. And unfortunately, they've infiltrated politics. They've infiltrated the police force. They've infiltrated things in which they can hurt you. That is what true racism is. Racism ain't some black dude on the corner calling a white person a cracker ain't no white dude on the corner calling a black person a nigger. That's not racism. That's a bigot. Anybody can be a bigot. This is the reason why people always see, well, why can't black people be racist? Until you control things. Now, if you hiring somebody and you're the HR manager, you could be a fucking racist because now you're not hiring people based on their color, creed, religion, or sexual orientation. You're fucking racist. You're a fucking asshole. But the average person is just fucking ignorant. Let's just get that out the way. Hold on. Let's go back to some of these comments. Jerome said, what's up?
Wait, man.
Nicole said, I say kill him. Ebony said, preach. Jerome said, I'm doing my entry share. I don't know what that means. That's real talk. All right. Hey, y'all can call in. Make your voices heard. We're going to move into the next. The book of the month. Okay, it's a secret. And then what do you want to talk about? And
yeah. The next book is going.
Yeah. Okay. So y'all got some time to go get that book, The Secret. What's her name? Burns. Her first name?
Rhonda.
By Rhonda Burns, The Secret. Let's read that. Then we do a recap on that, and then we move into the next book.
Well, I just want to let everybody know the next book is called "They Stole It and You Must Return It" by Richard Williams.
Yeah, I like that name.
So
that's an amalgamation right there.
That's gonna be the next book for next month. So if y'all want to keep up, y'all go out there and get that book.
Okay. Well, Ebony just said, y'all giving me life right now. Where y'all been? Hey, what's up, Ebony?
Hey, we've been here. This is
here.
like our 9th episode. You know what I'm saying?
11. It's our 11th.
Yeah, we be on. We got the podcast jumping off.
Yeah.
Catch us on the podcast. Yeah.
When y'all driving them long drives, man, just zone out with us. Jerome said, I'm openly biased against ignorance. I think that we should all be. Wherever ignorance exists, intelligence can't come in. Ignorance is more. So, hey, y'all, so we getting down to the bottom of the hour. I normally pick a social media topic to discuss. This is the lighter side, in this case y'all been watching. So feel free to call in about any subjects. Today, we talked about the shooting that happened in Dallas inside the apartment. The black man, what's his brother's name again?
Boheme Jean.
Brother Boheme Jean getting shot by the off-duty Dallas cop. We talked about Lisa's subject, which was going back to the Travon Martin and taking a look at the George Zimmerman thing, re-examining that whole thing. Please watch that documentary. Now we're going to move into the easy peasy social media topic of the week. Saw a post. It said, if a woman asks a man out, who pays? Now, let me preface this. They just met. Now, my thought process is when we traditionally ask a woman out, we know in our mind we paying. But if you hit me up and you say, I want to go here, should he pay? Now, a man should, if you asking a woman out, I feel a man should always pay. Derek, what's your thought on that? Should a man pay if he asking a woman out?
If I'm asking you out, then I pay.
Lisa?
You should, yeah.
Okay. Now, if she's asking a guy, and y'all call in with your opinion, 216-236-5032. If a woman asks a man out, should she pay? Lisa?
Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't you pay? You asked them to go somewhere with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that'd be like you asking your homegirl to go with you to, you know what I'm saying? You don't expect your homegirl to pay for herself.
Yeah. If you ask.
Unless y'all already arranged that, girl, I can't go, I ain't got no money.
And then you say, I got you. Or
yeah,
whatever.
I got you. You know what I'm saying? However, but if I ask somebody to go somewhere with me, this is your first date, then I'm assuming that I'm going to pay. That only makes sense. But I guess the way some women think now, you know what I'm saying, everything should be on the man. But the way I think, you know what I'm saying, I don't think 50-50 because you ain't going to get nowhere 50-50.
You should be honored that I'm asking you out. So
I think each person in the relationship should put 100% into the relationship in order to get, you know what I'm saying, in order to get a relationship, which, you know, I think above average, you know.
I got you.
I don't always think average. You know, saying, because a lot of people looking at me like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
So for me, it makes sense that a woman could take a man out on a date.
I agree. She wanted to go. D, what's your thoughts? Should a man pay when he take a woman out if he asks her out?
Sure.
Okay. Should a woman pay if she asks him out?
Of course, she should expect to pay.
She should expect to pay.
You know what I mean? And unless he says otherwise. Now, I'll say me personally, I would probably, if a woman asked me out, I would expect her to pay for her meal.
Yeah,
I'll pay for mine.
I pay. Yeah.
Shit, you know what I mean?
And that's real talk.
You know what I
I've
mean?
been there. In the tip.
Right.
In the tip.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean? Now, if she says I got it, I ain't gonna argue with you. You know what I'm saying? But I will respect you.
So I'll turn that down with my collar.
Yeah.
Hold on. What's going on, Mr. Rome?
What's going on, man?
All right. So if a woman asks a man out, should she pay?
Yes, by all means, she should pay.
Now,
I'm
what?
gonna tell you why. This is why. Throughout time, this whole thing of chivalry was out here, and we open the doors from when they get in the car, they going inside, and they their jackets down over puddles and all this stuff, right? When we taking them out, a woman who was really trying to play with it had no real interest in the beginning. So the game changed. You asked, you paid. That's exactly how I feel.
That's what's
I'm
up.
sorry, things changed a lot over the years.
That's it. That's it.
Now
who?
so I gotta know your intent. If your intent is true, listen. I'm not saying necessarily pay for my time, but show me your intent is real.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know?
I agree with that.
So
Now,
that's where I'm at.
and what about the sister who's? What about the sister who's sitting there hungry and she trying to find somebody to take her out so she can go eat? And then she like, hey, now what does she say? Do you want to go to such and such? Now, semantics. It's semantics in this.
So listen. So this is what I did. One time, this is before I got married, right? So I'm on a date with this chick. She asked me to go out, right? I get her out. Now she had a kid. We sitting there enjoying dinner, and we get finished with dinner. She asked me to go out, right?
Yep.
Right. So somewhere in the conversation, I got the notion that she wasn't being real about even paying for the dinner. And she just automatically thought it was on me. So we went through the conversation to go back and forth and say, hey, listen. So I know you asked me out, but how are we going to divvy up the bills? Is it me paying for me or you paying for me? Because remember, you asked me out.
All right.
Right? And she's like, I mean, we'll work on that towards the end. I was like, okay. And she was like, what? And she's like, you kind of blew that off. And I'm like, nah, it's good. Hope you know how to wash dishes. I don't know if she thought I knew what she, she knew what I was talking about.
Did you end up washing dishes that night?
Oh, she was washing dishes that night, I guarantee it.
Did you tell her you had to use the bathroom and went out and creeped to your car?
No. I just walked to my car.
So, you did like a G, huh? You said, I'm done.
No.
So
I was
offended.
like, all right, well, then cool. And she was sitting there. Now, mind you, she got her shorty with her.
Oh man!
You
Wait,
know
you
what
went
I'm
on a date? Wait, hold on, wait. This is even more interesting. You went on a date with a chick and her child? Where's y'all, Chuck E. Cheese?
This is what she asked me to go out, and she said it was time she felt like it was time for me to meet her kid.
How long had y'all been dating?
Right? About 4 months.
See, that's a little different.
4 months. And I was like,
that's a little different.
That's kind of close. And she was like so persistent with it. You know what I mean? She kept on insisting that. I was like, well, I mean, it's cool, but I'm not gonna bring my daughter with me because you know what I'm saying. I don't feel like it's time.
Right.
She was like, no, I'm cool with that. I just thought that's why I knew it was something. I felt like something was behind it.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I felt like something was behind it. So hey, listen. Hey, I hope her daughter know how to wash dishes too, man.
Oh man, that's cool.
Hey man, let me ask you.
That's all I can say.
Hey, let me ask you. Did you see the video where the brother who I guess he took the woman out and she invited her homegirls to come with her, and they all ordered food?
Yeah.
Did you see that shit?
No, I heard about it.
I heard about that.
It was a video that the man and they all sitting around laughing, and this motherfucker looked around and asked for the check and paid for his shit and went to get up and go, and she was like, where you going? What you doing? Motherfucker, I'm leaving.
I ain't by your whole damn family.
You crazy? They was looking at him like he was spoiled.
Rome, thanks for your call, brother.
All right, have a good day, y'all.
You too. Hey, we had somebody else calling. I'm calling while you talk. Go ahead, D. Finish that story up.
No, that was it right there. I can't see in a situation like that. If you asking me out, and I mean, like I said, you're gonna at least pay for your meal.
Say
you know
that.
what I mean? And if you bring your child with you pay for the child.
Oh, you paying for your child meal.
Too.
Hey, and what dollar amount is the fucking side of the menu? That's what I want to know. Hey, what's going on, TC?
Nothing. I think on that average man, if a man pick game and he sees just trying to get a free meal, no, he ain't gonna pay. But when you know as a woman that's inviting you out and she has no problem paying, and she shows that she's able to maintain herself, that's not even a question. Let me rephrase. That's not even a question that's gonna come up if a man talking to a real woman.
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
Because a real woman, just like a real man, know if he take a woman out, he need to pay for the tip and everything. My whole pastor said before a man go get with a female, he need to remember the first part of her name is fee. There's a fee associated with her male.
I like that.
So if you don't want to pay the fee, leave that male alone. But at the same time, if women want equality, if you asking me out,
That's right.
then you should pay.
I mean, I think
You should pay. You asking me out.
Yeah, I think
now a gentleman would say, okay, if she paying for dinner, then I'll pay for the tip. Or I'll pay for the parking and the tip.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what a gentleman do. But if you want to ask a man out, then yeah, you need to pay. It's that simple. I mean, I had one time took a young lady out, and the bill came, and she started reaching in her purse. She's like, what? I said, what are you doing? She said, well, I thought I had to pay my part. I said, I asked you out.
That's sexy right
She said,
there.
well, she said, I had a guy take me out one time. I had to pay my own meal. I said,
That has happened to me.
you dating boys. I'm a man.
Ooh.
I got this.
Hey, you got that night too, didn't you? Cuz did you tap that?
Oh yeah, I definitely tapped. But you want to hear the crazy thing?
What's that?
Women are. I'm gonna add this, and somebody gonna be like, who? Women are so unappreciated. Black women are so unappreciated because I was taking women out to Applebee's and getting laid because they was impressed. Applebee's is one step above McDonald's.
Hey, wait, cousin, wait. You fucking the game up for a whole lot of players now. You don't be giving too much away.
Then they gonna listen.
Applebee's has got a lot of sex for a lot of people.
If you get off of Applebee's, you need to wonder who else took her out to Applebee's and who you going behind. What I'm saying is, it's based upon the caliber of woman that's asking you out.
That's true. But the thing is, though, chivalry is not dead, and you're a gentleman. Our mamas raised us right. We products of Hortense Hayden. So Hortense Hayden was no joke. You know what I'm saying? So you're a representative of your family. So, hey, man, all I can tell you is it need to be more men like you in this world who
the thing about
know
it that where guys are missing out, if you listen, the black woman has come to believe that in order to show appreciation, she got to give you her body. Because she feels like, okay, I got to show them something. And some of them give their body feeling like, I've actually told them, you ain't got to give me nothing. She said, no, I want to give you something.
That's right.
Because I had treated her the way other guys had not treated them. So if a lot of men out here really wanted to get some, man, if you treat these black women the way they're supposed to treat it, you ain't got to ask. Matter of fact, you'll be turning it down.
Just hold on one second.
That's right. That's right. You dead on with that, TC.
Well, TC, we got another caller coming in. I appreciate your words. I'm about to actually read some of your posts you put in here. Bro, you've been entertaining today. We're going to have to have you on the show one day.
No
Just be ready.
My phone line is there to handle. You know I'm very straightforward. I got Tourette.
You know,
man, this is full disclosure, baby.
Take it easy, brother.
This is full disclosure. We all going to be straight with
Big
it.
T, what you think? Should a woman pay if she ask a man out?
I mean, if that's the intention, yeah. If you ask one out, you should pay. Unless you say, hey, let's go Dutch.
Wait, no. What if the woman asks a man out? Should she pay?
That's what I'm saying. Unless you said, hey, let's go Dutch, and she asked out, then she should pay. Now, I asked the gentleman out to lunch, and I was willing to pay. But I agree with TC. When a man recognizes and appreciates a woman and realizes that to the sincerity. Well, by the time we got through lunch, that gentleman had went on and paid for the lunch and the tip because he had appreciated my intention.
And that does go a long way.
That go a very long way.
Go a long way.
And you know what? It touched a man's soul. And Teresa, I got a question for you as a woman. What price is the fucking side of the menu for women? Because I know, man. Come on, D. Don't leave me hanging out here, dog.
I mean, I don't.
You asking the wrong person because you know I'm just too real for that.
That's why I'm asking you.
I'm gonna tell you, if I feel like the Popeyes chicken, that's what I want.
Oh, you think you're supposed to get some ass at the Popeyes?
You asking the wrong woman.
Oh,
you know
man,
I wasn't mad at
you not taking me to Popeyes and getting nothing. You get a hug. You get a soft kiss on the cheek.
You said what side of the menu for the woman? The side of the menu for me is what I have a taste for.
Oh, you talking about yours? Okay. All right.
You know, this is what I have a taste for. I'm not a steak fan. So the side of the menu is what I have a taste for.
I feel you.
And if I'm out with this gentleman, if he's real with me, and say, hey, baby, my money ain't long, if he's real with me, and he say, baby, my money ain't long, then we gonna be economic.
Hey, Teresa, do you realize that men have canceled dates due to the fact of a lack of money and they didn't want to embarrass themselves where maybe they could have only afforded Popeyes or something like that? Lisa, I don't know if you know. Sometimes men will curve you because we kind of broke instead of just being, upfront and saying my money kind of funny. I can't take you where I really want to take you. Would y'all, and I'm asking you this, Teresa, and I'm asking you this, Lisa, how would you feel if a man didn't have a lot and said, look, I got $40 in my pocket. Let's make the best of it. Would you still respect him?
Hell no. No, I'm just playing. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, I would.
I will. It depends. It's not that depends, but he got to be creative. Get creative.
Get creative.
That's where it comes when a mother teach a man how to cook.
Man, just say that. I know how to cook. $40, you gonna have a smorgasbord. If I'm.
And then the woman will be like, ooh, girl, then she'll call like, girl, he cooked me A, B, and C.
Boy, I'm going to the dollar store, get some candles, some scented candles.
That was always my go-to. God damn it, I'm cooking. I ain't taking. And most women go like, "Oh, you cooking?"
Yeah, more than spaghetti.
No way.
Yeah, you cook more than spaghetti. You know I throw down. So.
Oh no, man.
Big T, we got some comments in here. Thank you. I love you for your commentary.
Going on down here in the comments.
We got some hate. All right, well, we're gonna get to these. Thank you, Big T.
Our Herod the Dread says this dude is a clown. He fishing. Now I'm not sure who he was talking about, but he said also, how is this even a discussion? You just said how educated the females are today, and this is a question that needs to be asked. I'm not quite sure what you're saying. If you could please elaborate. You know what I'm saying?
That's my cousin. That's my cousin. Al the realist. Al the realist. Hey, Al, call in, bro. 216. Let me sit down because this is my cousin right here, man. That dude is crazy. That is my man. He just posted something. What he say? Called in who was talking about how unappreciated TC. But you know what? Everybody got their opinion. But Al, call in, man. Y'all, let me tell you something, bro. I just got prepared. Al, call in. That's my man. Let's go back and read a few more. The brother got it right. That was Jerome Jackson. I think all relationships should be like this. If you ask me with you to the movies, you should pay. Yep, you should pay for everything. What she say? Hell, yeah, that's my girl. I like Ebony. Ebony, you cool people. I can tell you cool people. What Patrick Boy Cole say? I pay regardless the situation. I'm trying to win her over. That's what's up. That's chivalry ain't dead, women. That's a good man though. Patrick Boy Cole, that's a real man right there. We got a lot of real men. Too,
I agree with everything. Everything TC said, I agree with. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I think like it's like almost like a test. A woman asks you out, she gonna pay. You might. I want to wait and see if she really gonna pay. And she bluffing, I'm gonna let her put her buddy out. I'm like, all right, baby, I got it. You know what I'm saying? You see how you doing? I got it. I want to see if she was gonna pay for real. Okay, yeah. She's a keeper.
Al, call in, baby. Hey, Teresa said, "What's up to Big Al?" TC said opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one. They should all stink, but be full of shit. Hey man, we ain't even get into that. That's no family feud. Nobody wins with a family feud.
No, but see, this is the thing we got into a couple weeks ago when we was talking about how should we deal with religion or how we deal. Listen, we can disagree on whatever, man, but we got to be respectful of each other's opinions. You know what I mean? So,
come together in love.
You know, it's all good if you disagree with something the man said. You know, I think it's a better way to express it. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
Okay, yeah. You know, I disagree with what he said. I think such and such and such and such.
Oh, wait, hold on.
He said he tried to call in.
He tried to call in? Hold on. Hey, man, put your number up. Let me give you a call. Al, I don't know why it ain't work. We're going to take one more call before we get off. Al is entertaining, man. He you know, you got people like, who's some of the realest cats you know, just real quick. You know, you one of them. My dude Brian Boswell and Al. I know I'm gonna always get the truth with them. Lisa, who's some of the realest people you know?
Y'all are.
This is real all day. This is straight.
I think this whole panel, yeah. But you know, hey, what we gonna do? Because we're coming to the hour and 15-minute mark here. What y'all need to know is we do this on the podcast. We on Podomatic. You know what? This week we should be listening to RSS feed of Apple iTunes. So y'all, full disclosure with Derek, Lisa, and Baba. Look that up. Y'all listen to that while y'all driving. If you don't have Apple iTunes, that's cool. There's so many podcast players that you can get for Android. If you don't have that, it's better than listening to the radio. You just drive, you can just kind of zone out and you listen to things. Also, it's bonus materials, stuff that we don't talk about that's on here that we really get gully. We gully all the time, but we get gully on there. Derek, I get back to the host.
Hey. Before we get off, I want to tell y'all, thank y'all for supporting me this past month or so and me trying to get my health insurance license. Like, it was one of the most challenging things I've ever done.
Did you pass?
Of course, yes, I passed.
That's what's up.
And now I'm a licensed health insurer.
That's
and
right.
I just want to thank y'all. Like, y'all was the bestest of the bestest.
That's what we're supposed to do.
You helped support me very much. Those days I was like, fuck this, I ain't doing this shit, I hate this shit. I'm just gonna wipe ass for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? And you gave me some tools to help me get through. I just want to say I love y'all and you're the bestest.
Oh, we love you too. We're supposed to support you.
No doubt.
You're our sister, you're queen.
But okay, we're gonna go ahead and take. I want to say again, man, tell the people that you love them in your life. Tell them you love them. Because tomorrow's not promised, man, for none of us. You know what I'm saying? If you got people, call them, text them out of the blue. Just let people know that you love them because we just don't know what's tomorrow promised, man. And, you know, full disclosure, again, please share it, listen to us. You know, we trying to do something, man. We want all y'all to come with us.
Share this on your page.
Yeah, we're trying to blow this thing up, man. So we're trying to get 1,000.
It's almost there.
Let's get 1,000 views. Get us 1,000 views. All right,
y'all. This is full disclosure. We out.
Love y'all. And we're going to keep it going. Hey, there's a few people that said congratulations to you.
Oh, thank y'all. Thank y'all for the congratulations.
Yeah, they gave you love.